One of the earliest Buddhist cave monasteries in world history is located in the Hindu Kush Mountains in Bamiyan, Afghanistan, along the ancient Silk Roads. The Silk Roads were a network of maritime and overland trade routes across Afro-Eurasia, traversed in the ancient world by many notable monks and merchants. One itinerant monk from China, named Xuanzang, kept a record of his travels along the Silk Roads in the 7th century when he made a pilgrimage from China to India to learn more about Buddhism, one of the world's oldest religions. Along the journey, he passed through Bamiyan, which was an important resting spot for weary travelers like Xuanzang, who had traveled thousands of miles across desert, oases, mountains, and deep snowdrifts. When Xuanzang reached Bamiyan, he was greeted by an awe-inspiring sight: 2 towering sculptures of the Buddha covered in gems and carved directly into the cliffside that sparkled brilliantly in the sunlight. Today, these figures are known as the Bamiyan Buddhas. What are the Bamiyan Buddhas? The Bamiyan Buddhas are 2 of the world's earliest colossal images of Buddhas. They are enormous statues that were carved inside massive niches in the south-facing sandstone cliffs of the Hindu Kush in the 6th and 7th centuries. To either side of the Buddha niches, there are hundreds of caves constructed between the 6th and 8th centuries that make up the Buddhist cave monastery at Bamiyan. The caves, which originally were decorated with colorful murals, were used by Buddhist monks for meditation and worship, but they also resided in the caves. The enormous Buddha niches were also originally decorated with murals, and fun fact, they are the world's oldest oil paintings. The so-called Western Buddha originally stood 55 meters tall, while the Eastern Buddha stood at 38 meters tall. For comparison, the height of the copper Statue of Liberty in New York City is about 46 meters from the top of the base to the torch. The Buddhas were originally painted, and their arms may have been originally modeled from a mixture of mud and straw coated with stucco over wooden frames. Stucco, a mixture of lime, sand, and water that is applied wet and dries hard, was also applied over rope to create the pattern of string folds on the Buddha's robes. Unfortunately, the Buddhas were destroyed in an act of iconoclasm, or destruction of religious images, by the Taliban in 2001. The Taliban, an ultra-conservative political and religious group in Afghanistan, claimed they destroyed the Buddhas for religious purposes. Today, the niches where the Bamiyan Buddhas once stood are empty, a poignant reminder of Bamiyan's brilliant past, the impacts of modern cultural warfare on the arts, and the historical feats of human creative expression.